So you want to make money from dungeons. I get it. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can make millions per hour from playing dungeons. And they're going to cover all progressions of the game from early to mid to late game. The first method I'm going to talk about is just running regular dungeons, just trying to get S or S plus runs to try and maximize your profits. And this is specifically going to be in F5, where the main drops are things like Shadow Furies and also the Shadow Assassin Chestplate, and then later on in F7, where obviously you can get the Necron's handle. Then there's going to be a section of frag running, so that'll be F7 frag running, then also we're going to be trying out F6 rose running to see if it's any good. And then finally, we're going to be looking at Master Mode and how much profit you can make from getting the Master Stars. Also, just before the video starts, if you enjoyed the video, then please consider liking it and then also subscribe as well. It really helps me out and I really appreciate it. Also, join my Discord. We host 10 million coin giveaways all the time in there, and we're actually going to be hosting a 50 million coin giveaway soon. So if you want a chance to participate in that, the link is in the description. And with the waffle out the way, let's dive into some dungeons. So as I said in the intro, the money making methods from dungeons that I'm going to be talking about first is just doing pure S plus runs in regular dungeons. Now if I just said that, this would be like a 2-minute video, but I'm just going to go through which floors are actually good. On the whole, if you do floors 1 to 3, the only profit you'll be making is through like Wisdom and Ultimate Wise books and the occasional recom and the fumings. Ultimately, this is not really going to get you any serious profit, and these first 3 floors are pretty trash. Floor 4 is also quite underwhelming. However, the only thing that's really worth anything is a Spirit Wing, because it's used to craft the Spirit Scepter, which is actually quite high demand for a mage weapon. As on the AH right now, the Spirit Wings are going for about 3.9 to 4 million coins, and in the chest you get them for around 2 million coins, which means you're getting around a 2 million coin profit. And now F5 is really the floor I want to talk about. F5 is really the first floor that you actually can make some kind of big profit, and the 2 main big drops that you're going for is the Shadow Assassin Chestplate and then also the Shadow Fury, although it's a lot rarer. The drop chance for the SA Chestplate is actually not too bad, because on the RNG meter it only takes about 50k to get. However, the Shadow Fury on the other hand takes around 100k, which is a lot worse, and both of these drops gain you around 10 million coins. However, most of the profit that you make won't actually be from this, and a more likely source is going to be things like Dark Orbs, which if you get them for 250k are around a 250k profit, Overload books, which can get you 400k or even like 700k profit, Legion books, which although the prices aren't great now, still gain you around a 300,000 coin profit, and this is all added on to all the other things like the recoms, fumings and other stuff that I mentioned earlier. Ultimately, there's just a lot of things that you can actually get from F5, and it's way easier than F6, and F6 the only real valuable drop is a Giant Sword. In S+, F5 run is relatively achievable to do if you have a somewhat decent party and a tank which makes sure you don't die. And for early to mid game players with decent skills and decent talismans and stuff like that and gear, it should be pretty doable. Another advantage of just running like S+ runs rather than just speed running dungeons is that you also get a lot of money from things like secrets and essence. Getting essence from the actual dungeon reward chest at the end is actually pretty underrated. This is because from each chest you're literally getting like a 20 to 30,000 coin profit from the essence alone from that free chest. And also from secrets, when you get things like health potions, and also occasionally the treasure talismans, which go for around 300 to 350,000 coins on the AH, and they're not too uncommon either. I'll be skipping F6 in this part, because F6, there's not really that many valuable drops, apart from the Giant Sword, and that's ridiculously rare. And unless you plan on doing F6 multiple times, just hundreds of times, then I wouldn't really recommend it, because that's really the only drop that actually gives you profit. Now, with F7. F7 definitely gives you the most profit, however the runs are significantly harder, and it's also a lot more based on Hypixel not being a crap server and having an okay team that are not monkeys. However, the rewards are pretty good. F7, obviously, you have Necron's handle, you also have the free scrolls, auto recoms, wither chestplates, and for other stuff, you have things like One for All, wither catalysts, Soul Eater as well, and then also a precursor gear, which actually gives you quite a lot of profit. Overall, to sum this up, F5 and F7 are really the floors that you want to be running if you're looking to make substantial profits, and rewards combined with the secrets and also the Wither Essence and Undead Essence makes actually quite a decent amount of money per hour, combined with the fact that you're also getting a lot of Catacombs XP. Alright, so something a little different this time, we're actually going to be going through frag running.
Baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
So obviously, the method that we all know is passing a fragbot, then entering the F7 dungeons, clearing the rooms, getting to Blood Room, killing the giant that spawns and get their fragments and get out of there. Now frag running is probably one of the most famous money making methods right now, and it's for good reason. The Diamantes handles earn around 1 to 1.2 million coins of profit, and the laser eyes and Bigfoot lassos go for around 150k, depending on the prices. They fluctuate quite a lot, and the Jolly Pink Rock is virtually useless. I've done a fair bit of frag running, and I just did about half an hour of frag running to just show how many runs I was able to do in that time. Now with this, keep in mind that I'm actually using a pretty good setup for frag running because I've got a Hyperion and also Storm and Maxer, which is designed for speed. However, on average, I was able to do one frag run every 2 minutes, so that includes all downtime and stuff as well. So that will be clearing the room, killing the giants, and then getting out of there and then joining the next one, providing the fragbot queue don't take forever to get a bot. By the way, I'm putting the fragbot Discord in the description below because this is basically the website or the Discord that you want to be using in terms of fragbots. However, if you can get one yourself or find another Discord server that gets one, then you should definitely use that because there's loads of times that the fragbot's actually down because it get banned. Now back to the results. In the half an hour period that I did this, I was able to do around 15 to 16 frag runs, which if you're using something like a Juju and 3-Force Necron, it's probably going to be a little bit slower, but I wouldn't imagine it's too much less than that. And if you're getting like 15 frag runs per hour, I'd advise against doing this because you're not going to be making much money at all. Anyways, for current prices, for me at least, I was making around 7 to 8 million coins, which, you know, I'm pretty happy with, to be honest. And trust me, I'm not great at blood rushing, but if you're a lot better and get minimal downtime, then you can be making way more than that. Overall, frag running is quite easy to do and it's quite relaxing as well, and makes a good amount of money. However, the one downside compared to doing normal dungeons is that you get no Catacombs XP at all. Which leads me on to my second form of frag running, which is rose running. Now if you didn't know, rose running is essentially where in F6, you rush blood, you kill all the blood mobs, and then you get to the boss room, and then you kill all the golems. Now the golems have a 10% chance to drop an ancient rose, and if you don't know, this is also used to craft the Flower of Truth in the AH, and typically each one will go for around 400k. Now overall, this will be making a lot less money than F7 frag running would, which with my test, we're around getting around 2 to 3 million coins per hour, which is, you know, not too great. However, where this actually really shines is the fact that you actually get a lot of combat XP. Each giant or each golem actually gives you like 5.5k combat XP per, and this is great for leveling up pets. On top of this, the main weakness of F7 frag running is that you don't actually get any Catacombs XP. However, if you die in an F6 run after you killed the golems and stuff, you actually still get around 5 to 6,000 Catacombs XP. For a really quick run, which should take you around 4 minutes or 5 minutes, is actually pretty good. Anyways, with that said, let's move on to the final dungeon money making method. And finally, we're going to be looking at Master Mode. More specifically, how much money you can make from the Master Stars. And no, this is not going to be a Master Mode guide, in case for anyone who's Cata 50 cringing at the fact I'm trying to do something about Master Mode. It's going to be pretty much from a purely mathematical point of view. So if you're looking to get the Master Stars, you can only get them starting from M3 and above. Master Mode Floor 3 has the first one, Floor 4 is the second one, Floor 5 is the third one, and so on. Now if you look on the prices in Bazaar, you can see the Master Stars and the prices here. The first one costs around 5 million to get it from a chest, which means that you're only going to be making around 2 million coins profit. However, the second one is where you can actually make a bit more money, which is where you can actually make around 7 million coins from each Master Star. Now I'm sure that a lot of you have seen the video that Powliner made, which talked about how much money you can actually get from Master Mode Floor 4. And it was, to use a quote from him, Goog. I believe in the video, he said he was making around 15 to 16 million coins per hour, which is a pretty crazy amount to think if you think about it. Now I just want to make sure that you know that if you're like mid-game or earlier than that, then this is definitely not for you, as this is going to be meant for late game players who can actually efficiently run the higher floors of Master Mode. Now the advantage of Master Mode, you're less likely to run into like monkeys who are going to just throw your run, and also the clears are going to be pretty quick and enter the boss room, and you're less likely going to be finding those parties which take 16 minutes to do an F4 run. Overall, if you want more information on this, then I highly recommend you check out Powliner's video on this, as it's pretty good and it goes into detail about what you should be doing and how much money you can make. However, when you enter a Master Mode floor, you can still get the chances to drop all the other drops you can get from normal dungeons. It's just you can get the Master Stars as well. So you're just getting all the normal drops from the normal dungeon, then also the Master Mode drops. And then also, in Master Mode, sometimes the drop chances of those normal drops that you find in regular dungeons actually increase. I think this section was just a bit of an eye-opener about how good Master Mode can actually be for money, and why Master Stars are actually pretty insane for money making. And with the end of the Master Mode section, that concludes this guide on how to make money in dungeons. In conclusion, if you're early / mid game, then maybe try running some just normal dungeons to raise your catacombs level, then also you're going to be making quite a bit of money on the side. Then you can start frag running efficiently and making loads of money, although you won't be gaining much catacombs XP. And in the later stages, when you have loads and loads of money, delve into Master Mode and get loads of catacombs XP and also money at the same time from the Master Stars and all the other drops. And that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you found it helpful or enjoyed it at all, then as always, please like and subscribe because it really helps me out. And with that, thank you for watching and have a good rest of your day.